I'm Dr. Ryan here, and once again, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Again, some of the few questions which I would like to discuss you on current affairs, and along with that, I'll be also explain you the fact. So the first question goes like this: Consider the following statements regarding the World Investment Report 2020. It is an annual publication of the UN Conference on Trade and Development. India is globally the largest foreign direct investment recipient country in 2019 or 2019. Which of the following statements given above is correct? Number A or option A, one only. Option B, two only. Option C, both one and two. And option D, neither one nor two. I hope you're guessing your answer. If you guessed your answer, or if at all your answer is answer A, one only. See why the answer A, one only is the right answer, because the World Investment Report of UN Conference on Trade and Development, published annually since 1991, focuses on trends in foreign direct investment, or we call it as FDI, worldwide at the regional and country levels. Now, why statements 2 is incorrect? Because you should know that India was the world's ninth largest recipient of foreign direct investments, or FDI, in 2019, with $51 billion of foreign investment. That is why which of the statement given is correct. So you might have got why the correct answer is A, one only, because it is an annual publication of the UN Conference on Trade and Development. Let us go to next question. Yeah. Which of the following correctly defines the term autarky? Self-sufficient economic system, market structure with a small number of firms, abstention by government from interfering in the working of the free market, market structure with a single seller for a unique product in the market. I hope you have guessed your answer. The right answer is A, self-sufficient economic system. Let me give you some explanation. An autarky refers to the state of self-reliance or economic independence. It is an economic system or nations characterized by self-sufficiency for its needs and limited trade with outside world. So let us go to the next question. Which of the following correctly defines the placebo effect? A, the immunity developed by a community due to immunity of few people. B, a therapeutic outcome derived from an inner treatment. C, developing immunity to a disease after moving out of the epidemic zone. Or D, failure of clinical trials of a drug due to comorbidities present in a subject. I hope you guessed your answer, and the right answer is B, a therapeutic outcome derived from an inner treatment. Let us know, friends, why it is a therapeutic outcome derived from an inner treatment. The idea that one's brain can convince their body that a fake treatment is the real one is called placebo effect. I think I should read this once again for you. The idea that one's brain can convince their body that a fake treatment is the real one is called placebo effect. It is the therapeutic outcome derived from an inner treatment, that is placebo drug. A placebo is used in clinical trials to test the effectiveness of treatments. People in one group get the drug being tested while the others receive a fake drug or placebo that they think it is the real thing. This way, the researchers can measure if the drug works by comparing how both groups react. If they both have the same reaction, improvement or no improvement, then the drug is deemed not to work. Yeah, let us go to the next question. Consider the following statements regarding commercial mining of coal in India. Option A or the number one. The coal sector, see here the statements we should read first and then the answer. I think I will read this question once again. Consider the following statements regarding commercial mining of coal in India. The coal sector is open for foreign investment with 100% FDI allowed under automatic route. And number two, our second statement is that there is no end use restriction on the sale and utilization of coal from the coal mine. Which of the statements given above is or are correct? A. One only. B. Two only. C. Both one and two. D. Neither one or two. I request you to guess your answer. I hope you have guessed your answer. The correct option is C. Both 1 and 2. It means that the statement 1 and statement 2 both are right. Let me give you a brief explanation of that. Government has recently allowed the commercial mining in the coal sector, thereby ending the monopoly of Coal India Limited. 100% FDI through automatic route allowed in the coal sector. Foreign firms therefore can also bid for the mine. There is no end use restriction on the sale or utilization of coal from the coal mine, sorry, not coal mine. The commercial coal mining auctions are different from earlier regime of restricted sectors, use and price. Now, there are no such restrictions at all. The proposed auctions have terms and conditions which are very liberal, allowing even new companies to participate in the bidding process. So dear friends, let me say you once again, the last sentence I feel it is very important. Now there are no such restrictions at all. The proposed auctions have terms and conditions which are very liberal, allowing even new companies to participate in the bidding process. So it means that then we can understand why statement 1 and statement second is correct. See, statement 1 clearly says that the coal sector is open for foreign investment with 100% FDI allowed under automatic route. I think I have already given the explanation why. And the second is also very clear. There is no end use restrictions on the sale and utilization of coal from the coal mine. Consider the following statements. A recession in economy refers to reduction in gross domestic product. A depression in economy refers to a situation of prolonged economic recession. India has never had a negative GDP growth since independence. Which of the statement given above is or are correct? Your option A, 1 and only. Option B, 2 and 3 only. Option C, 1 and 3 only. And option D, all of the above. Dear friends, I hope you guessed your answer. And the right answer is answer A, 1 and 2 only. So let us go through why answer A, because see, recession refers to a contraction of economic output, a reduction in GDP for 2 or more consecutive quarters, that is negative GDP growth, is generally termed as recession. Statement 2 is correct because a depression is a sustained long-term downturn in economic activity. It refers to a multi-year recession like that of the Great Depression of 1930s that lasted almost a decade. Now statement 3 is incorrect. Now you can go through here. The statement 3 has India has never had a negative GDP growth since independence. But dear friends, you might be knowing that why it is incorrect, because India had negative GDP growth in 1957, 1965, 1972 and 1979. So dear friends, these are few of the questions which explains the current affairs. I will be uploading similar questions and with the explanation in future also. So I request you to if at all you're not subscribed to my channel, kindly subscribe to my channel. And as you go through the video, if you feel that the information what I'm sharing, the question what I'm sharing is worth, I request you to share this among other friends, or share this among the people who are really preparing for competitive exam, or those who are preparing for their quiz and all, or those who really want to increase their general knowledge. So you can also request them to subscribe my channel. Thank you.